Oh, YouTube, what's going on? It's funny how many videos you can find on YouTube, TikTok, and everywhere else of law enforcement thinking they have special privileges and rights above the citizen because they have that badge, because they have those fancy cars that we pay for, the uniforms we pay for, the badge we pay for, everything we pay for. We pay for everything for them. They think they have the right to speed, drive recklessly, kill people for driving recklessly, driving through a red light, and 100 miles an hour in a 55 or a 25. Hell, there was one cop that killed somebody doing 100 and whatever mile an hour in a 25 mile an hour zone. Supposedly responding to a call. No lights. He was charged for manslaughter, by the way. But anyway, they think that that badge gives them rights over us. Power and authority over us. See, last time I read the Constitution, it said we the people. It didn't say the government. It didn't say law enforcement. It's funny how many cops hate you recording them. They hate you when you exercise your rights. It's funny how many bootlickers will go on your lives or your videos, whatever, and they'll say, but you gotta back the blue. Why? Why do I have to back the blue? When there are so many videos of them breaking the law, violating people's rights, killing people. And I'm not saying it's one side or another. When it comes to race, they're killing everybody. Doesn't matter. They're so scared. Uvalde was a good evidence that they're so scared to actually exercise their rights. There was a group of white citizens, I think it was Seattle or wherever, they actually had to stand up for this black kid walking down the street holding his cell phone. Cops out with the AR-15 pointing spotlights at him at 9mm and everything else. 2 blocks away, telling him to drop the gun. Drop the gun. It wasn't a gun, it was a cell phone. And he was like, damn, it's a cell phone. Jeez, man. But you're told by people that are supposedly constitutional, patriotic people, you're not a patriot if you don't support the police. That's just the opposite. I support my constitutional rights and my freedom over the police. See, law enforcement wasn't created until after the Constitution was written and signed. Wasn't even thought of then. See, law enforcement was created to enforce laws. See, the post office or postal whatever service and marshals are the two, and the sheriffs are the 3 actual type of law enforcement that's constitutional, really, tell you the truth. Everything else is not. You can look that up, that's factual. But yes, law enforcement can't be anywhere. You see how long it would take law enforcement to get here if some shit broke loose here and I had to defend myself. Why do you think I carry my guns on this property out here? You think law enforcement's going to come out and help me out if a coyote is attacking my dog? Or somebody is coming in and intruding on this property? No, they're not. I have to stand my ground. I can't run. Ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, where am I going to go? Ain't no trees to hide behind. So I'm going to have to stand my ground. Law enforcement ain't going to help me. So, and as for these anti-gunners, like David Hoggs, the hog himself. We hunt hogs, by the way. Sorry, that was a poke. But anyways, law enforcement is proving on a daily basis that they hate your constitutional rights. They hate your freedom. They're proving it. I've said it in so many videos and I'm getting tired of saying it. They hate your constitutional rights. They hate your freedom. And if you don't believe me, type in First Amendment audit, constitutional audit, cop watching, whatever. They're threatening to trespass people in public buildings that we pay for. They're threatening to violate people's rights and freedom for recording in public accessible areas, not restricted areas. Or trespass them because they're looking across the fence that has restricted. If my eyes can see it, I can record it. It's amazing how many people, conservatives and people that don't believe all this stuff is going on, will blow it off. Oh, cops wouldn't do that. Cops wouldn't do that. All you have to do is look on YouTube. Cops would do it. They've been doing it. They're doing it right under your nose. They don't give a fuck about you. The song "They Don't Give a Fuck About You," it's true. They don't give a fuck about you. So actuality, yes, it's amazing how cops think that they have rights that you don't have. That the badge grants them accessible rights above you to go speeding. Like I said in the beginning, it's amazing that the LA Sheriff Department outright has the pedophile symbol on it. Go look that up. LA Sheriff, you got something to explain. I want to hear it. I want to hear your explanation of it. Why do you have the pedophile symbol on your badge? You know, it's amazing how many people are panicking because the truth is starting to come out and it's starting to drop on a daily basis. They're starting to show that they're fools. And they hate the fact that they're being shown to be fools. But yeah, it's I love living where I'm at. I'm telling you. Because yeah, these fools that follow these people, these cops, these tyrannical bullies, they don't understand that eventually it's going to run around to them. Eventually, what goes around comes around. And you say back to blue, well, what happens when it happens to you? Are you going to back to blue that still? When they violate your rights, put you in jail or prison, falsely under false charges, or they put you in an interrogation room, trying to pressure you to admit to something you didn't do for 20 hours? No, I'll shut him up real quick, lawyer. That one word will shut him up. Lawyer. I don't answer questions until my lawyer is here or present. I do not consent to search and seizure till my lawyer is present. Who's your lawyer? I'll have him call you. That's a question. I don't answer it. See, they stand at the side of the car and they repeat their questions 20 times, hoping you'll just give in. Oh, God, okay, go ahead, whatever. No. Because they know that they're bullies. They know that they're tyrannical thugs. They know they're useless pieces of POS, in my opinion. But yes, how many videos have to come out until people start to wake up and realize that law enforcement ain't for us anymore? Now, I'm going to keep saying it. My videos are going to keep repeating themselves. And then all this stuff coming out about Biden and about all these people just going nuts, flipping out, these left-wing liberals, that Behar or whatever her name is on The View, and Whoopi douchebag. They're proving exactly what they are. They're just puppets. They sold their souls. They sold their souls to the devil. Exactly what they did. And they have to follow the master's call now. Same thing with police department. They sold their souls to the devil. And They have to follow the master's lead now. And you hear cops saying it all the time. I'm just following orders. Well, yeah, Nazi Germany says that too. We're just following orders. But yet, how many millions of people died under Nazi Germany? How many people have died under law enforcement? Innocent people have died under law enforcement. There's a guy going around St. Louis right now, walking around executing people. Because St. Louis will not let you carry your guns in city limits. These people are standing inside a restaurant and filmed it. But yet, law enforcement is still saying they can't find him. It's funny, they got him on video. They found him right there. How hard is it to find him when they got pictures of him, evidence of him? Law enforcement there knows who he is. I guarantee you they do. Apparently, they're scared to go get him. They're scared to violate his rights. He might cry racism because he was a black guy. He might cry, oh, but you doing it because I'm racist. Black Lives Matters. The only thing I've ever seen Black Lives Matter support is criminals. That's what they support. The Israelites support, the black Israelites support criminals. The Black Panthers support criminals. Prove me wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. The black race hustling pimps support criminals. Tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Black on black crime is the highest in the United States. Black crime against every other race is the highest in the United States. Blue line thugs killing innocent people, shooting them in the back, paralyzing them, doing all kinds of cowardly things is the highest in the United States. What groups is that run by? The Big D. The Democratic Party is running our law enforcement right now. The Democratic Party is running Black Lives Matter and all these other groups. Prove me wrong. Because I'm going to tell you, you're lying. The pedophiles that are coming in drag into our schools, run by the Democratic Party. The World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, and all that stuff is a Democratic organization. Prove me wrong. See, they want a communist dictatorship world. They haven't counted on the people like me that would rather die. And that's fine if I do die, because you know what? I die under God. I don't die under their satanic rule. See, law enforcement, you haven't counted on the people that are standing up and waking up to our rights and our freedom. Law enforcement, you keep acting like bullies and thugs, the people are going to start speaking out big time. How many lawsuits does the taxpayers have to pay for law enforcement? See, when law enforcement loses those lawsuits, they're not the ones paying those. We are. How many lawsuits do we have to pay for a corrupt, tyrannical government? When Washington, D.C. loses those lawsuits, they ain't paying it. We are. When they lose trillions and trillions of dollars in the Pentagon, give trillions and trillions of dollars to Ukraine, they ain't paying it. It's our money. When our money goes God knows where, to the CIA black budgets, they ain't paying it. We are. When our government is funding all these stupid research that creates these viruses for the pokey poke, we're paying that. That's our money going into that. When is it time to say enough's enough? When is it time to say I'm mad, I'm pissed off? When's the time to start saying I'm done paying? I refuse to pay my taxes. I refuse to pay anything else into this corrupt corporation called capital letters. You can look it up. United States of America. My mind went blank there for a second. United States of America. It's a corporation. Because the bank, all the banks and everything, the IRS, are owned by somebody, which shouldn't be. It should be owned by we the people, not some corporation. So actuality, when are we going to stop paying to the IRS? When are we going to stop paying to these, paying these tickets and these fines that are just ransom notes? They're ransom notes, that's all they are. Tell you what, law enforcement, keep pushing the people. The people are going to get madder and madder and madder. And when you keep pushing, guess what? Eventually you're going to have to answer to the devil. Because you're going to stand before God, and God's going to send you to the devil and say, here you go, you wanted them. Guess what? They're yours. So you remember in the Bible it says, someday you're going to stand before God, and you're going to either say, this way, my child, or he's going to say, I do not know you. Have a good day. And law enforcement, that's a question for you. Which master do you serve? Do you serve God? Do you stand with we the people? Or do you stand with this satanic world order? It's your choice, law enforcement. Keep pushing the people. Because you ain't going to like the end results if you keep pushing.